and politically. It has become a community that's marginalized also in the economic sense. We've also seen an influx of migrants into Eldorado Park, which has also exacerbated the social crisis there. Backroom dwellings have exploded because of the need for accommodation. And as of now, the situation does not appear as if it's going to get any significant political or social attention. Within that context, the emergence of the drug pandemic has become visible for everybody to see. Young men who have absolutely no prospect of getting any job have turned to becoming petty drug dealers on the streets. We have an explosion of the lolly house phenomenon where young women are recruited both to serve the drug dealers but also to become prostitutes. This has flourished across Klipspruit and what is known as Eldorado Park. So we are really having an avalanche of social ills and pathologies which there is no services for.
So what you are saying is that since President Jacob Zuma visited the area in 2013, there's been no improvement.
In fact, people are now saying that this was a cosmetic visit. The drug dealers were given enough warning and retreated from the area. Many say they went to places like Ennedale, Toekomsrus, Easterus, and have now returned. In fact, they are more organized than they were before the president's visit. And the notion, as I mentioned, or the idea of the explosion of lolly houses is the talk of the town. Prostitution among young women has now become a visible part of the Eldorado Park social scenario.
It seems like a very dire situation, Doctor, but it's not all doom and gloom, is it? Or is it that bad?
No. Elvis, what I would say, it's a relative situation. The community is fighting back. That's on the positive side. The community is not accepting this explosion, but what is necessary is resources. I mean, quite clearly now, there's a great need for the rehabilitation establishment, but those resources cannot come out of the pockets of the community who are sorely tried to keep life and limb together. So if one can put it in a way, it is extremely bad, but the community spirits are quite high in wanting the removal of drug lords, petty drug dealers. People are agitating that the drug lords must be completely removed with their families from community housing or municipal housing because they are using municipal housing as the base for their trade. There are very, very serious accusations which were made even when the president was there of the involvement of the Eldorado Park police. The accusation that the police are well paid by drug dealers to transport their drugs, and which makes it extremely difficult for community members to report drug dealers to the police. There's absolutely no trust in the police any longer. It's cosmetic. There are attempts to have dialogue with the police, but the situation has really worsened since the president's visit.
Dr. Martin, thank you so much for your time and joining us.
Thank you very much, Elvis.